What is up, you sexy YouTube mother lovers? We are back this time to do a video on a very lovely lady. That lady, of course, the AKS74U, or the Krink, for when it's time to do crinky stuff. So for any of you unfamiliar, the Krinkov, or the AKS74U, is a shrunk down AK-74, where right here, in between my two hands here, it is completely an AK-74, minus the top cover rear sight. But it's got an 8.5-inch barrel with a side folding stock, meaning this thing can get folded up and nice and compact. It is also one of the sexiest guns ever built. This one's kind of out of my personal collection. Well, technically it can't be out of my personal collection since this is also a machine gun. So this is the company collection. But this is a unicorn that a lot of people, you know, this is their dream gun for their collection. And I can't choose favorites, but if I had a favorite AK, this one's pretty high up on the list. So let's do a little bit of shooting with it, and well, as always, we're gonna do a deep dive. I'm gonna kind of break down some of the features of this gun, and we're just gonna keep shooting more dumb stuff. You guys seem to like that. Let's get started. I point it that way. You know why having sponsors is so rad? Because right now, while ammo is like $3 per round, we can afford to still buy ammo to make cool ass videos for you guys. So thank you for our sponsor this week, who is TacPack. If you haven't already heard, TacPack is a monthly subscription box for tactically minded folks. We get all sorts of cool man stuff like knives, shooter's tape if you actually shoot at targets and not just mag dump into trash. Get mugs from companies with cool people at it. Swag from companies cool people running. You want to be cool. Goddamn right you do. And that's where you're going to subscribe to TacPack. And when you do subscribe, you're going to use that code right there, because I forgot. Cool, peer pressure, TacPack code. Let's get back to the video. So if you want to sign up for TacPack, go ahead and go to the link in the description and in the pinned comment. We're good to go. Let's shoot some more. So one of the things people worry about when it comes to having a short barreled AK like this is long range accuracy, or really medium range accuracy. So what we're gonna do is, we've got this guy here. We're gonna go back to our shooting platform, freshly built. It's about 175 yards away. Got just a little primary arms micro dot and a burnt out machine gun barrel. It's probably had 10,000 rounds of corrosive ass shit through it. So if we can make hits there, we got nothing to worry about. I'm gonna give this a good old college try. I have been told this is, the dot is zeroed. So I'm gonna see if we can't make hits on it. 175 yards. Hit, first round. Second round hit. Third round miss, because I'm incompetent. Fourth round hit. Alright, that's enough of the slow shit. Let's shoot this thing like a machine gun's supposed to be shot. Alright, you guys seemed to like the watermelon last time, so call me Fruit Ninja. No, that's not old watermelon from where we filmed the PSA video earlier today. Why do you ask? So the AKV pretty much just ripped this thing in half right off the bat. I thought this thing held up better with the crank, but I realized it was just so massively violent on the exit that it pretty much dumped its guts immediately, to where that the rounds that followed after it were just punching through about yay much watermelon. So we got a nice little slushy of watermelon. That is extremely refreshing. And now I have cancer. Time to be phallic, Fruit Ninja. Eat your heart out, Scott. So we've got, you see our entrance hole here for one of the rounds, completely blowing the back out of this entirely. You could call this our exit wound. Eggs? I didn't think it was good either. Right, before we do something even more ridiculous than that, let's talk a little bit about the gun. So, like I said, the AKS74U. This is a shortened version of the AK-74, chambered in 5.45 by 39, the Lord's caliber. This one here, of course, is converted as a post-dealer sample machine gun. I replaced the original gas tube with this shortened Ultimac rail made specifically for the Krink. Up top, I've got a primary arms advanced micro dot, which, believe it or not, has held up to mag dump after mag dump with this gas tube getting hot as hell. So, yeah, not a bad one. Link in the description. Some Krink-specific features on this here. We have, of course, a hinged top cover. So you pop the button back there, the recoil spring assembly, and it pops up. A little spring assist there on the plunger. So you pop the recoil spring button, and it just pops up on its own, usually. Got a booster up front. It acts as a muzzle device, but it also traps some of the gas so that you can still get powder burn while the bullet is leaving the barrel, so you can work the short action on the short barrel without having to have a gaping asshole of a gas port. You have a gas block front sight block combo here, while also having a rear sight that is there on the top cover itself. Give you a little bit of a wider sight radius so you don't have like a Glock 17 sight radius on the front of this gun. On the inside, from front trunnion to rear trunnion, this is basically just an AK-74. Of course, this one is converted full auto. So we have our auto sear and our rate reducer, because I like them retarded. That's pretty much it, but now we're gonna talk a little bit about the ammo that we've been using. This right here is a round of 5.45. This particular flavor is called 7N6. This is a surplus. It comes in the ammo cans of 1,080 rounds. Has a steel penetrator inside of it. So this is a lightly armor piercing round, and it is also corrosive as shit. So if you're shooting this, you probably want to clean your gun. But since this is technically an armor piercing round, I was going to show the armor penetrating abilities in the most ridiculous way I could possibly think of. Our friends over at Premier Body Armor have sent us a Ballistic bulletproof koozie. So we're going to shoot this White Claw with, oh, that's ruby grapefruit. So we're going to shoot this natural lime White Claw just to show that this is actually capable of stopping a bullet. And after that, we're going to shoot it with 7N6 and see how it fares. Write your predictions in the comments now. I'll wait. No cheating. I know you're thinking about it. Don't do it. I'll know. I know you're used to political prisoners only, but it's worse. It's natural lime. Oh my god. Now I'm covered in natural lime. And I just killed a mosquito. Fuck yeah. So our can didn't fare all that well from the impact, but you can see clearly that's where the bullet hole is. That's the entrance, and it completely stopped it. So the bullet is trapped in here. I was gonna cut this open, but I'm gonna wait until we shoot this with the 7N6. I think that's gonna rip it open pretty decent. So now that we've taken care of our natural lime problem, I'm gonna shoot a nice can of Raging Grape. 7N6 is about to be the grapest. I'm gonna tie you to the radiator and grape you. Whitest kids you know? No? Nobody? Okay. So I just picked this up, and that was so fast through that, you could see straight up where there is an impact that goes straight through the side of the ballistic material and out the other side, where it keyholed, where you could see where the bullet impacted sideways from yawing inside of the Raging Grape, and out the other side with so much energy it ripped all the fucking armor out of this thing. This is literally just a fucking koozie, and landed over here where we just have a bunch of shredded Kevlar, or whatever this is. This is the ballistic fabric. Ripped right the fuck through it. Oh, we never saw our Makarov round now. It's kind of lame. So, 7N6 versus Ballistic Koozie. Eviscerated. It will turn your level 2 armor into ballistic playing cards. Now, one of the other things about the 7N6 particularly is this got the nickname of the poison bullet. Now, of course, you're probably only one Google image search away from seeing pictures of guys who have been on the receiving end of this and why it gets that name, but this has a hollow cavity in the nose of it that really aids with ripping and tumbling and really doing hella damage on flesh. So to demonstrate that today, we've got this big old piece of ham. So this right here is about the closest thing we could get to a flesh simulation, because Smithfield ham, while being fairly expensive, is still cheaper than a homeless person. So we've got a decent bit to show here. This is going to be penetrating in from this side and then blowing out a chunk right out of the brand new asshole that I carved into this piece of ham. All right, 7N6 versus honey baked ham. Shot number 1. All right, so I just cut off the plastic, or at least a good bit of it, and here we go. This is our exit wound. If you see, this is kind of, it's gone back because it's got this kind of skin over it that kind of recongealed. There's a nice cut all up through here, and this is all just liquefied on the inside. This is nice and tender. So there's a nice small entrance hole, and on the back, it is ripped open pretty good. But with the plastic cut off, I think we can do better than that. So let's do a small burst and see what that looks like. Firing. Oh, God. This is gonna smell gross. All right, so if you come in here and if you look at the ham, very funny. If you look at the ham, we've completely ripped open the backside here. So peeling this back, this is just loosely attached. This is completely split up the middle. I really don't even want to just finger fuck this thing, but it's completely mush on the inside. And you could see large wound channels where that was probably what, maybe 4 rounds, and this is completely just liquefied. So think about that next time you're playing Tarkov and you shoot somebody with a burst in a small room with 7N6. This is what you just did to somebody's body. This little piggy went to the fucking morgue. Oh, we get to do fun stuff sometimes. But we do have the rest of our Raging Grape downrange, so I'm gonna go ahead and take it out. And real quick, I did just want to talk about some of the stuff that I love about AKs and AK collecting mags and shit like that. So you get stuff like this. I don't know how well the camera can see it, but you just get random trench art on magazines that you buy that are surplus. That's fun. I think this is some like Bulgarian separatist group or something. I can't remember. I looked it up a while ago, but if anybody can translate that in the comments, I would be very curious what that says. So anyhow, let's take out some cheap off-brand grape soda. Nice. I think that's just about all the dumb shit that we're gonna do today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this. You guys seem to really like when I pull stuff out of my collection like this, so if you guys want to see more stuff like that moving forward, please let me know in the comments if there's anything that you'd like to see specifically. Like I said, let me down just like everyone else. Let me know down in the comments. And of course, as you're watching this video, I will probably still be in Kentucky doing some filming at an abandoned nuclear power plant, so hopefully future me is having some fun. But that should be up on the B channel coming either this weekend or the next weekend, so that should be a lot of fun. And yeah, I'll go ahead and include the link for that in the description and the pinned comment as well. And as always, I will see you sexy YouTube motherfuckers in the next video. Thanks, guys. Could be sturdier, but it could be worse. My AKS74U, or the Krink, for when it's time to do crinky shit. I can't say shit in the first 30 seconds, can I? So if you want to sign up, go ahead and go to the description, or fuck.
Having trouble with your eggplant staying erect?
Hey, it's 1 of 3 men. Actually, no, hold on. It twisted that. That is an entrance. Oh dear. Okay, let's just redo that, because I was wrong.
Exit wound. Come on.
God damn it. I have to use that now. You have a gas block front sight combo here. My grapey in the mouth! Actually, I think I missed. I did that, I was focusing on speed. I shot, skimmed right under the can. Whoops.